It's the Sean Widmer Podcast. It's a journal by someone that just really doesn't like to write.
A listener-suggested podcast episode today. I'm in for it. We will get to that here in just a little bit. I think we're going to go news and notes right off the bat, but we're going to talk hobbies at the end, and I'm going in blind. So it could be a complete fail podcast today. What would be new about that, you say? Watch it. What are we at? 40-some days in a row. Thanks for being here. Means a lot. Okay, early morning podcast again. I didn't record this on Thursday night. It's early Friday morning. But I did see the story. Just two quick news and notes things. I saw the story. Spider-Man, brand new day, $50 million opening day. Or Thursday. I don't know what Wednesdays was. Wednesdays was like an Amazon Prime day. If you had Amazon Prime, you could go see it, which I think is pretty much everyone. But $50 million Thursday. My coworker Nate has seen it 3 times. He is a big-time superhero movie fan. Said this is a 10 out of 10 movie. Everyone needs to see it. So, $50 million, third all-time biggest opening on a Thursday. Behind, in second place, Star Wars: The Force Awakens, which had $57 million. And then number 1 back in 2019, the Thursday release of Avengers Endgame was a $60 million Thursday. So those are the only 2 movies that made more money than Spider-Man did on that Thursday preview. It's going to make a ton over the weekend. I mean, there's a chance at $200 million. I don't know what the projection is. I'm excited to see it. I got to convince Uncle Mike to go with me late one night after the kids are in bed. Uncle Mike, if you're listening to this, would you please go to a movie with me? Please, 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 please. I would love it. If everything's not sold out, that'd be great. So there's your Spider-Man news. This is completely nerdy news. I'm so mad I'm not there right now. I told myself last year I want to go this year. I've got to go next year. Gen Con. I might have missed the big one, though. This was the big one. Gen Con is a nerdy game. I'm going to see what they describe. My favorite part of the program, where we Google while we podcast. Gen Con is the largest tabletop game convention in North America by both attendance and number of events. So it's huge. It's a place where if you have like a new game or you're promoting a game, board game, whatever it might be, you take it to Gen Con. They go all over Indianapolis, downtown Indianapolis. Lucas Oil Stadium is packed with stuff, but then all the hotels around the area have little rooms with different game makers demonstrating their games, selling games. It's just huge. So they also have a big role-playing game community there, which, I love my D&D, and Dungeons & Dragons went nuts. They rented out a whole building yesterday, and the announcements were insane for those of us in the D&D community, including the fact they've teamed up with Star Wars, and they're going to do some Star Wars stuff next year, a couple of books, and that to me is a collision course that tickles my nerd fancy in a huge way. So it was a very big news day for me and the nerds yesterday at Gen Con. And the fact that I'm 3 hours away from it and wasn't there really pisses me off. But it's not cheap, and I have a job and a family. Oh, what a bummer, am I right? Okay, let's do this. Tammy sent this to me on Instagram. Said, this looked like your kind of list because you love talking about your hobbies. So this is from Southern Living. Now, I am not a Southern Living frequent reader. In fact, I don't even know what it is. If I click on their main page, their top story is, join the membership 60 years in the making, and then there's a bunch of recipes. This 92-cent trick kept flies and mosquitoes from invading my home. Now I have one in every room. Wait, I'm actually in on this. What's the hack? Okay, I'm in on. Is this website going to be rad? Let's see what it is. The Catchmaster 12-pack. Window fly traps. All right, 92 cents. I'm in on that. I hate flies, so I'm in on that. All right, but this is the one that she sent me. 9 hobbies to try before you retire. I love talking about hobbies. I think hobbies are extremely cool. I just talked about one of my hobbies. Dungeons and Dragons. Nerd. Movies. I love seeing movies. Spider-Man. I love it. So let's see what these 9 hobbies are. These are the best hobbies. The best hobbies are the ones that keep you curious, connected, creative, and moving long before retirement. So now this is from Southern Living. So Tammy, this might not be skewed towards me, but I'm willing to give it a try. I'm going to guess pickup basketball is not going to make this list. Here we go. I'm going to read them and react to them. Take up gardening. That's number 1. It says gardening is one of, and I've not read these. I've not pre-read these. So if they get real raunchy from Southern Living, I apologize. Gardening is one of those hobbies that you can meet where, gardening, I can't read it. Maybe reading could be a hobby. Gardening is one of those hobbies that can meet you wherever you are in life. So I love gardening. I am bad at it this year because I did not keep up on the weeds that attacked our garden and they took over. And I was just like, I failed. But my wife did go down there and harvest some of our crops. Big old zucchini, a bunch of little cherry tomatoes, and there was a bunch of basil we had. And she mixed it into some stuff. So our garden is not great this year like it was last year, but that was because I didn't get into the weeding. It started to take over, and I just gave up. We had a run of a ton of rain. There was a week of just rain in Lexington, and during that week, it just fed the weeds. I didn't want to go out in the rain and get wet because I'm like the Wicked Witch of the West. But gardening, yes. Okay, 1 for 1, Southern Living. Highly enjoy gardening. Shout out to my good pal Jalen back in Spokane. Airway Heights, excuse me. Expert level gardener. Yes, no, Andy, not you. Your wife. Number 2, learn an instrument. Okay. You don't have to start piano lessons as a child to become a musician. Adults can learn to play an instrument at any age. I think this could probably be cool. The amount of times I tried to teach myself to play guitar was insane. All of it was before YouTube, though. Early 2000s to mid 2000s. I wonder if it would have been different with YouTube as sort of a guide. I probably still wouldn't have done it. But I do think learning an instrument is cool. One thing is it's loud. If you live with people, that's a tough hobby because it's loud and can be really annoying. If you're playing the same exact thing over and over and over and over and over, and that person in your house is just like, I want to break your freaking guitar. Try a new form of exercise. This is number 3. Exercise doesn't have to mean forcing yourself onto a treadmill every morning. Finding a physical activity you genuinely can enjoy. Okay, it says pickleball, swimming, cycling, dancing, yoga. I'm in on this. This is another great one. Southern Living, you're on fire right now. Pick up basketball is a great one. Great form of exercise. Pickleball is the one. I know it's just kind of the it's not niche. It's the trendy thing of the last many years, and there's movies and shows on it now. Pickleball. If you haven't done pickleball, it is actually a decent workout. Even though you're going to go and you're going to say, well, Sean, I saw there was a bunch of 100-year-olds playing it. Yeah, but if you play it, you'll move around a lot more than them. You'll work up a big sweat. It's a great form of activity. I already saw the next one. It pisses me off. Get creative with photography. I just talked about this. Maybe this is why Tammy sent it, actually, now that I'm thinking with my brain. You don't need a professional camera to become a photographer. Your smartphone is enough. I want to be good at photography so bad. I talked to Darnay, I talked to Brandon, I talked to Ryan. Ryan's like, I don't know anything. Darnay's was fair. Darnay's worked in TV for decades. He's like, I'm with a camera all the time, and I think that helps. He's like, I think that helps me understand lighting and camera angles just instinctually. So I love photography. I think it's an amazing hobby. Again, I'm jealous if you have taken pictures, posted them to Instagram, and the picture looks awesome. I'm jealous. Great hobby. I don't know what number we're on, but there's 9 of these. Try painting or drawing. Okay, suckers. For those of you watching, I love painting. I tried drawing. I made it 2 months drawing every day. I wish I would have kept doing it because it was really fun. I didn't feel like I was getting better, but it was really fun. I was doing 15 to 20 minutes every day drawing in a notebook, and then I quit. But I do paint. For those of you watching, you want to nerd out with me. I print my minis for my Dungeons and Dragons game, and then I paint them. These were my hags. That's as nerdy as it gets. I'm painting an orc army right now to fight against the guys in my group. So I love it. Painting, drawing, I think that's great. Learn a language. This is your first miss. If you've ever dreamed of speaking another language, there's no reason to keep putting it off. I did the Duolingo thing to try to refresh my Spanish, and it was great. It's more of a chore than a hobby. I don't think that's a hobby. I'm gonna give you your first miss Southern living. I'm out on learn a language. I think it's great to learn a language. I just feel like it's a task. It's homework. It's not a hobby for me. Start writing your story. You don't have to consider yourself a writer to put your experiences on paper. Journaling, creative writing, memoir. Can that podcast, it says writing, and there's an emphasis on writing. But I'm going to count this podcast as my start writing your story. This is my journal. Sean Widmer Podcast was at one point an attempt to be a podcast that was mainstream, and it turned into, over the years, and I just fully went in on it. It's my journal. It's just what's up in my life. And today it's Tammy's list of Southern Living 9 hobbies to try before you retire. But I love this. I think everyone should keep some kind of journal, whether it's video, audio, or written. I think they're great. I think it's amazing to do that. In fact, I need to text Andy. Andy and I do text messaging journal, and we just put journal entry, and then you write out what your journal entry would have been that day. I need to send one of those to him today. Let's see how many more we got. We got 3 more. Try your hand at a craft. Crafting is another hobby that it can blah, blah, blah. Try pottery, woodworking, knitting, crochet, embroidery. You had me at woodworking. I have woodworking in my genes. Gramps Woody Ceramic, Widmer Ceramics, and Woody's Workshop. Gramps made everything in his house. He is a master woodsman, woodscrafter, and he taught shop for a long time. He can make anything. And Gramps had an awesome wood shop in his basement. Every time I was in there, I thought it was a blast. I would love to own the tools to woodwork. I don't. And I'm cheap, and I don't want to buy them, and I don't know where I would put them. But I would love to have some kind of saw. I would love to have some kind of saws and saw things and hammer things and nail things and screw things together and make things. Like, I would love a bookshelf. I need to get a bookshelf for my unfinished basement, and I could buy one, but there's like this part of me that keeps dreaming that I'm going to somehow fall into the tools to make my own bookshelf. It's not going to happen. But I think that's a great hobby. 2 more. Volunteer for a cause you care about. Okay, let's go to the last one. Start now. Oh, that was the last one. The beauty of finding a hobby in your adult life is you don't have to wait. Blah, 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 you can start now. Okay. They did okay. 7 out of 9. 7 out of 9. What will your hobby be? I've got too many. None of mine were on the list. Well, I guess basketball was on there. Exercise. They didn't put the gaming on there. I love board games also. I love video games. Games is a huge hobby of mine. Didn't make their list, and I feel like I had another one. They didn't put reading on there. I didn't see reading on there. I love reading. So there you go. If you have a list you want to send me so I can review it, I guess we can do that every now and then. That was kind of fun. Thanks for listening. Talk to you tomorrow.